friends in the interwebs. Joy here with subrosatea.com. How are you today? Happy Easter to everyone. In today's Tea Time Talk, I am going to be talking about 12 of our tea. We've got 11 loose leaf tea and matcha, which is a powder. I'll explain all about that. We're going to talk about these 12 teas that I use to color the hard-boiled eggs in front of me because it's Easter, so why not, right? Happy Easter to everyone. Friends, my name is Joy. I'm the owner of Sub Rosa Tea. We're a small company based in Northern Ohio, and we will ship anywhere in the United States. If there's no red live above my head, that simply means you're watching it on the replay. Feel free to use the hashtag replay and shop as you normally would. Those of you watching over on TikTok, our link is in the bio. We have over 100 flavors of loose leaf tea, but like I said, in today's video, I'm only going to talk about these 12 just to keep it kind of short. First of all, how was your day? Here in Northern Ohio, it was bright and sunny. It was a little chilly at 45 degrees, but I gotta tell you, those of us who live in the north, I will take 45 degrees. It felt like the first day of spring. It was really, really nice. It was nice to see the sunshine. I got a lot done. Did you eat good food today? I recently told everyone in my audience that I don't want to be better than anyone else, but I do want to be a better version of myself. And one of the things that I wanted to do this year was spend more time getting more education in certain areas that affected my life. And one of those areas specifically is nutrition. I'm a foodie. I love food. Can you tell? I created these really fabulous flavors of loose leaf tea, and I do fun things with the tea with these eggs, right? I'm a foodie. I love to eat. I love to cook. A lot of people who know me think that I'm a very good cook, but the thing that I realized was that I didn't actually know a lot about nutrition. So I recently joined a bunch of Facebook groups to try to understand what other people are going through and maybe how it can benefit myself. And something that has come up in almost all of the groups that I joined specifically were people who were saying, oh my gosh, I've cut out everything in my life. I've got to drink more water. What can I add to water to make it taste good? And I thought, isn't that an interesting thing to say? Specifically here in America, we have so many choices, right? But in America, we're not really taught about the health benefits of tea. We might know someone who drinks tea just because they like it. But specifically, I am very interested in the health benefits of loose leaf tea. So that is why I'm going to talk about those great benefits in today's video. In other videos that you've seen me do recently, I talk about our limited edition teas. We have about 100 flavors that we sell all year in our catalog, on our website, on our mobile shopping app. We've got those flavors and they're steady, and I have used some of them here. I'm going to go over that. But we also do limited edition, which reminds me, a programming note. Next Sunday, we have a brand new collection coming out, 6 new teas to us. That collection will be available Sunday, April 16th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we'll have it for a couple of weeks. We'll market it for a couple of weeks, and then we'll take the collection down, but we'll still have the teas. And that's what you're going to see in today's talk, that I am going to talk about some teas that we don't have the whole collection available, but we have the individual teas. And what I mean by that is a bundle. Here at Sub Rosa Tea, when we have a themed bundle, you get a discount. So it kind of pays to know when the new bundle is coming out. If you want all of them that are in it, you got to buy the bundle because you save money, which is great. Hi, Jennifer Marie. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. Let's dive into these teas. First up here is the Cherry Clafou tea. Cherry Clafou tea is up first. If you are not familiar with Clafou tea, that's okay. This particular tea, friends, this Cherry Clafou tea is available in our Springtime in Paris collection. So Clafou tea might be not a word that you're familiar with, but it's a French-inspired dessert. And of course you can make it yourself, but it's very labor-intensive and of course has sugar and calories, but our tea has none. Specifically, this tea is a rooibos based. Rooibos is known as the red tea. It's known to be good for headaches, inflammation, and insomnia, and it is completely caffeine free. Now this tea specifically has cherry and almonds, and it colored this egg here. I don't know that you can tell, but this is a nice light brown color, and this is exactly the color of red rooibos tea. So I am not surprised at all that it gave us this wonderful Easter egg. Next up, this is probably my new favorite colored egg. I have to say, this is a new flavor to us here at Sub Rosa Tea. So of course, this is my first year using this tea to color an egg. This is Honey Pear Galette. Again, friends, a galette is a French-inspired dessert, so it is in the collection called Springtime in Paris, and it's a green tea, and it colored this gorgeous egg. This is probably my absolute favorite color. I love how this egg turned out. It is a gorgeous yellow. Now, this tea in particular is a green tea. I knew that a green tea would yield a yellow colored egg. That might seem strange to you, but I've done this before. I knew that's what was going to happen. But this tea in particular also has bee pollen in it. Bee pollen is a biofuel, which really is helpful this time of year for those of you who suffer from seasonal allergies. This tea does obviously have both honey and pear in this galette. Like I said, it's a green tea, so it's naturally low in caffeine, very high in antioxidants. Specifically, the antioxidants that are in green tea, the polyphenols, and are L-theanine. L-theanine is a fabulous antioxidant, and you're going to want to get as much of it as possible. This is our Honey Pear Galette. Next up, we do have another green tea. This green tea is called Jelly Beans, and this yielded a very, very light colored green egg. This is very light colored and green. Like I said, it's a green tea just like the tea that colored this one, but in Jelly Beans, it's different ingredients, of course. As you can imagine, Jelly Beans is very fruity. This tea has a lot of fruits. It's got blood orange and mango and pineapple and cherry. So it's like eating a handful of jelly beans, but no sugar, and of course it won't get stuck in your teeth. This is the jelly beans, and like I said, the jelly beans covered this egg here. Now, for those of you that didn't see my reels today or my other posts, in order to use loose leaf tea to color your Easter eggs, all you need to do is steep up that tea nice and strong. Add a pinch of salt, regular iodized salt is just fine, and a splash of white vinegar. So it's probably things you already have in your house. And of course, we're just having fun. It's just another good reason for me to talk about the health benefits of the tea. Next up, friends, we have our Irish coffee. Irish coffee colored this egg here. This egg is quite brown, as you can see, but I really wasn't certain if it would get any darker. I love this shade. It's a beautiful tan and beige. Our Irish coffee tea is a black tea. Of course, it's loose leaf tea. That's what we sell here. But it does have coffee beans in it. If you haven't had real Irish coffee, it is a coffee flavor that also has chocolate and cream notes, and that's what's in this tea. So like I was saying, it's tea, which means it has none of the acid of coffee, but it has all the health benefits of loose leaf tea. So you're going to get great antioxidants. If you're not familiar with black tea has approximately 60 milligrams of caffeine, making it less than coffee. Traditional basic coffee is around 100 milligrams of caffeine per 8-ounce cup. So the black tea has less, but you're not going cold turkey. I love this tea. It is fabulous with a splash of cream. But honestly, it's good, hot or cold, for sure. It just has so much flavor, and it's fabulous. And of course, it gave us this beautiful Easter egg. Next up, friends, is elderberry. Elderberries. And that is this egg here. So it does actually turn out a bluey purple color. It is kind of bluey purple. It's a really fun color. Not as purple as I had anticipated. It's kind of blue purple. But keep in mind, we use whole elderberries in our tea. This particular product, friend, is only elderberries. There is nothing else in this, so it makes it a fruity tisane. It's completely caffeine free. There are so many health benefits to elderberries that we sell it by itself in a package. So we have a lot of teas that have elderberry as an ingredient, but we also sell elderberries by itself, which is nice. So you can decide how much tea to add, how many berries, how much elderberries to add to your cup of tea, so you know how much you're getting throughout the day. Just so you know, we do sell elderberries by itself. Like I said, it colored this Easter egg, but we also sell an elderberry syrup kit. More health benefits, more instructions and everything are on that product listing, and that's for elderberry. Next up, we have hibiscus. Hibiscus tea add-in. Here at Sub Rosa Tea, we have 6 different teas that we call add-ins. So what I mean by that is this can be consumed by itself. This is hibiscus, which is a flower if you didn't know. So this is hibiscus flower. You can drink it by itself, but again, so many health benefits. It is known to lower blood pressure, which is something that I find extremely interesting, you know, a superpower within a plant. Yes, please, right? So if that is one of your goals, you might get bored of just drinking this by itself, you know, 4 or 5 cups a day. You could add hibiscus to any one of the teas that we sell. We do have tea with hibiscus in it, but again, if your goal is to literally lower that blood pressure, you're probably going to want a little bit more. You're going to want to add an extra pinch to every single cup of tea that you drink. We have other tea add-ins in our catalog, but hibiscus is the one that I'm talking about here that gave us this wonderful turquoise egg. I have colored Easter eggs for the past couple of years with our tea, so I did know that hibiscus was going to give us this turquoise. If you're not familiar, hibiscus is like a dark burgundy color. It's gorgeous. Or dark fuchsia, maybe? Yeah, I'm going to go with fuchsia. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's purple. It is not turquoise. So I always think that's interesting, but keep in mind, like I said, the only thing that I used with the tea is vinegar and salt. So, all natural process, super awesome. Next up is our pot of gold. First, I want to show you what pot of gold looks like. Again, friends, we sell loose leaf tea here. So, 11 of the teas that I'm going to talk about are loose leaf tea. So, this one is pot of gold. You can see that it's very, very bright orange, and that's because of the turmeric in it. So, turmeric is a root. It has that really great bright gold color. This is pot of gold. Pot of Gold and the Irish coffee that I just talked about, they were highlighted in our St. Patrick's Day collection. So even though the St. Patrick's Day bundle itself is no longer available, you can buy all of the teas individually if you're interested. This Pot of Gold is not just turmeric though. It is turmeric and fruit. So it's got some really great orange notes to it. I love the mix of spice and fruit together. So this pot of gold, as you can see, it is so brightly colored with the turmeric. You're going to get tons of those health benefits, but because it is not just turmeric and it has a lot of fruit, it is this egg here. This is the pot of gold Easter egg. Hello, Miss Linda. Happy day to you. Thank you for joining us live. I always appreciate that. So if you're not familiar, turmeric is, like I said, a root, and it's really good for joint mobility. It helps with your joints. As you get older, I don't know anyone who doesn't have an ache or a pain or a little something that it's going to make you not quite as happy or make you think about it, right? You think about your feet sometimes, you think about your knees and your back, you're like, oh, what's going on? I don't feel like I did when I was younger. Turmeric is known to be good for joint mobility, so do consider adding it if you have some of those issues. Next up, I want to talk about matcha. You've heard me say in this video a couple of times now that we've got 11 teas we're talking about that are loose leaf tea. This is the one that isn't. This is matcha. I'm focusing on the raspberry flavored matcha, but they honestly all look the same. So this is what matcha looks like. Matcha is a powder, so it's not whole tea leaves. This is whole tea leaves. This is matcha powder. So the matcha powder did come from the tea plant. So the tea plant grows, and it's not really like a tall tree, but it's not like a tiny weed either. It's more, let's say, like a bush. So the tea plant grows, and when it is growing, we could process the tea plant to give loose leaf tea, or what they do, really, really simple. I'm going to water it down for you. They throw a net over the plant. So what the plant does then is it has to fight for sunlight. It's struggling. It wants to get all the sunlight it possibly can. And what it does is it produces more chlorophyll. So that is why matcha powder is such a bright green color. Now there are 9 grades of matcha. Keep in mind, we sell culinary grade, which means you can consume it every single day. And I do, and I definitely notice the difference. So matcha is 10 times the antioxidants of the loose leaf tea. I understand it may not be for everyone, but I gotta tell you, the health benefits alone, I love it. It's so easy to use. You can stir it into the tea that you're drinking. You can stir it into your shakes, your morning shake. You can make ice cream with it. I've done videos on that, which reminds me, if you're interested in that kind of stuff, I do have a YouTube channel. I show you how to make matcha ice cream and all kinds of other things. Oh, that reminds me, everyone who is watching over on TikTok, everything I'm talking about today is the link in bio. We're also live on other social media platforms now, so I think everyone else has got a link in the word description. But we have a couple of flavors of matcha currently. We have a peach, we have a chocolate, and we have a raspberry. So it kind of covers the gamut of all fabulous things that you could be doing with this matcha. Lots of health benefits. Like I said, matcha is the tea plant, so it's not necessarily higher in caffeine than loose leaf tea, but it will stimulate you because of the antioxidants. It'll give you an alertness, but it won't give you that crash and burn that you would if you were drinking that, say, like one of those stimulant types of drinks, those artificial drinks. You don't really know what's in those, right? So here you're going to get a great burst of energy and also all the fabulous health benefits. Next up, oh yes, I wanted to tell you about this tea. Again, it's hard to have a favorite, but this one really is fun. This one is just butterfly pea flower. Currently, we do not sell just butterfly pea flower by itself, but I couldn't resist using it as it's an ingredient here that I have at Sub Rosa Tea. It's got this beautiful blue color. I love it. We have used butterfly pea flower in several of our blends, and this one is the one that tastes like peach. So it is a peach flavored tea, but it has butterfly pea flower in it, which means it can turn color. So that's really fun. But just the butterfly pea flower in itself is a bright blue flower, and it's just a flower. So no caffeine. It doesn't actually have a lot of taste, so it really is kind of fun for me to work with it with blends because it's just fun. It's just fun for it to change color. Next up is our chamomile vanilla bean. Those of you who have trouble sleeping, you might want to experiment with chamomile. Chamomile is completely caffeine-free. It is a flower. It is known to help with relaxation. So it's probably not going to conk you out or anything like that, but it will help you. It should help you relax. My tip here is specifically to use hot water. All of the tea that we sell, you can drink it hot. You can drink them cold, your choice. Most of them, I would tell you, you can even steep it cold. But if you want chamomile to help you relax, I highly recommend you steep it in boiling water at least 5 minutes, and then you can put it in the fridge if you're an iced tea drinker. No big deal. I love a glass of cold iced tea in the evening when I'm sitting outside just enjoying the setting sun. I can see how maybe you wouldn't want hot tea. If that's not your jam, you can drink it cold. It won't matter, but steep it hot. So interestingly enough, if you're not familiar, chamomile is very yellow. It's a very yellow flower, but it produced this egg. Again, this is chamomile vanilla bean. So it does have the flower chamomile in it, but it also has big chunks of vanilla bean. It's got some other ingredients too, but I love this beautiful color. Nice and golden and fun. Again, very relaxing, super fun. I did use boiling water to steep the tea before I put the eggs in. As you can imagine, we steeped the tea hot. Then I added salt and white vinegar to the steep tea. And then I let it come to room temperature. So it got over steeped. All of these teas were steeped about 45 minutes. So from boiling water back up to room temperature before I dropped the cold hard-boiled eggs in. Just as a note, you can tea dye anything. Paper, fabric. You can even tea dye a raw egg, but since I was doing the video, I didn't want to hold raw eggs. You know what I mean? Just in case I got a little klutzy. So these are hard-boiled. Next up, I want to talk about poppy seed roll. Poppy seed roll. Poppy seed roll is a part of our Spring into Easter collection. So some of these teas were in our Springtime in Paris collection. Some were in our St. Patrick's Day collection. Some we have all year. The chamomile vanilla bean, the elderberry and hibiscus, we have them all year. But this is Spring into Easter. This is our poppy seed roll. So if you're not familiar with that, it's a dessert, and that's what I'm kind of known for. I'm known for taking fabulous food or cocktails that I've had and creating loose leaf tea. I happen to live a sugar-free lifestyle, so even though I could technically bake some of these things sugar-free, why bother? Let's just drink the tea, right? The tea's got all these great health benefits. So poppy seed roll happens to be a black tea, so it does have 60 milligrams of caffeine per 8-ounce cup. Again, this is good hot or cold, but poppy seed roll is really specific. You think about those poppy seeds, but it's got some great flavor notes in it, and that's what this tea has. So it is a little bit fruity, just a little bit on the spice. The poppy seeds come out right through. It's not terribly a sweet tea. It's not super sweet, but it's got this great blend of flavors, nice and smooth. Oh yes, and it's this one. So this, again, friends, this is what a black tea is going to color your egg. We've got this black tea, and then this is also a black tea. So it's going to be a brown color, exactly the color of tea. But I didn't know really if it had enough poppy seeds in the tea, if it would change it. It didn't. It just looked like black tea. So anyway, poppy seed roll, like I said, is available now. It's a part of our Spring into Easter collection. It is limited edition. It will only be available for a short period of time. Next, I think is probably one of the more shocking ones. So I do it every year. This is Cranberry Harvest. Cranberry Harvest is a fruity tisane. We happen to sell it all year. I know it kind of sounds like a fall tea. We sell it all year because it's popular all year. It does have great cranberry notes, but I have to tell you, it's not really a tart. The way you think about actual cranberries are quite like pucker, like tart. The tea really isn't. This does have apples and hibiscus. It's fruity, but it's not terribly sweet. It's just nice and mellow. I think that's why we sell so much of it. It's good hot, it's good cold. Great health benefits from the cranberry, but I don't think anybody has to really struggle to think about what a color a cranberry is. But this is the most shocking Easter egg that I think I color every year. This is the Cranberry Harvest. It comes out this beautiful turquoise color. Isn't that fun? I think it's hysterical. So, like I said, it does have cranberries, but it also has apples and hibiscus. So this is a lighter version of this one, which is the hibiscus egg. So you can tell that this is 100% hibiscus tea, because we sell it that way. But this is a tea blend that has hibiscus in it. So it's this beautiful greenish blue color. I love it. It's so pretty. But in my mind, I can't help how shocking it is, because you just have to assume it's going to be red, but it doesn't. That's just now how fruit works, apparently, when you are tea dyeing your Easter eggs. So do keep that in mind. I see an awful lot of people watching live, so I do want to say thank you. If you missed my intro, my name is Joy. I am live here almost every single Sunday of the year at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do have a website. If you're on TikTok, the link should be in the bio. We have over 100 flavors of loose leaf tea. We also have great tea accessories. We sell matcha. We currently sell blooming tea, and we do have a new collection coming out next Sunday, April 16th, a brand new collection with 6 brand new teas. I just scrolled up on my dashboard and I don't see that anyone has any questions, but I do want to say once again, thank you for your time. I really appreciated it. And no matter what you do, friends, with the rest of your day, I hope you have yourself a cup of tea and take care of you. Bye-bye, friends.